Is Schoolboy finally joining East vs West, and do we have a new commentator coming soon? We will talk about that and a lot more in this video. So welcome back everyone to ArmBreakdown, the place for latest and greatest updates in the sport. So let's first start with some very positive news about Schoolboy, since Dexter in his recent podcast mentioned that East vs West right now is in active talks with him and his brother regarding their visa situation and them coming to USA. So from what Dexter was saying, the situation is looking very hopeful, and I personally think that there is a very big chance that we will see Schoolboy at East vs West sometime next year. Now, looking at Schoolboy's recent evolution not only in the gym, but also looking at his physique and the caliber of opponents he's been pulling lately, I'm really interested to see who they give him as his first match at East vs West. Now, next up, we just got a huge announcement from Dexter regarding the talks that East vs West was having with UFC. So here Dexter finally announced that Chael Sonnen is officially in for East vs West 21 and that he will be joining East vs West as a commentator for their next event to add some color and give fans a different perspective. Now, me personally, I was pretty doubtful about this deal going through, but as it appears, it has been successful, and I'm just as curious as you on how will Chael do in this position, since as far as I know, he hasn't been involved in any type of arm wrestling event in the past. Then we also have some pretty exciting news about the event on November 29th, which is presented by Major Arm Wrestling Championships in a partnership with Global Elite Arm Wrestling League. So Milo Laird just announced on his Instagram story that he is officially in for this event and that he'll be pulling on the left arm against an athlete from USA called Tim Lewis. So yet another great athlete added to this card, which by the way just keeps getting bigger and bigger, with there also being some awesome athletes competing like Schoolboy's brother Alex, and not to mention the main event where Alex Cordecho will make his return against the rising star from Sweden, Filip Larsson. Now, since we are talking about Filip, we also need to talk about this, since today on his Instagram he gave us an update on his injury, which as you know I also talked about in my previous YouTube video. So today, after visiting the doctor, Filip basically said that they discovered distant radial ligament injury in his wrist, which of course I won't pretend I know anything about, but as Filip says, they can't really tell how serious it is yet, so he will try to get an appointment to do an MRI test, which hopefully will tell him more about what exactly has happened to his wrist. So before I end this video, I also wanted to mention something that Dexter also said in this last live stream, which is that since we are closing in on East vs West 20, which is happening on November 1st, starting next week, the advertising for this event will go up to the next level, with them on their YouTube releasing official interviews with all the athletes involved, as well as creating more content around this event on their other social media platforms like Instagram, Reddit, and others. So this event in November is really shaping up to be the biggest arm wrestling event of the year, so if you still haven't got the pay-per-view, be sure to click the link in the description down below, and if you have a chance to visit this event in person, there's another link in the description where you can get your tickets right now. But anyways, that's all the news for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.